Good to be back with you after our summer break, and I'd like to say just a word of thanks first of all to all of you who voted us once again the #1 television programme in this year's Melody Maker poll. Thank you very much indeed, and I can promise you this year a very exciting series, and I'll be telling you more about some of the things we'll be seeing on the programme next week. But it's been a long time since we've seen the Rolling Stones in performance on British television, and tonight we'll be devoting almost the whole of our programme to a film made during the band's European tour in Paris, and that's coming up in just a few minutes' time. But the band were in town last week in London, and we met up with Mick, with Woody and with Charlie to talk about the film, talk about the new album, and a few other things along the way.
Straight off the production line.
God blimey. Can you believe it?
How you doing?
Oh,
nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Yeah. When did you get back to Britain, Mick?
Last week.
Before we get on to the album, let's talk about the film.
But anyway, she didn't turn up, so I had to do it. And so you notice that during the film that I'm very in between numbers change jackets and trousers very quickly. This is because I'm very good at changing jackets and trousers very quickly.
You did film it over a period of, what, 3 days, was it, mate?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Which accounts for the trouser changing.
What made you choose the Abattoir to do the gig?
Well, it's really the only place in Paris that was unfashionable. Because the trouble with the French is, though, the trouble with the French, well, mate, take my glasses off at this point.
The meat market is the only place you can get off in
The
Paris.
account executive, look.
The trouble with the French is that they try and make everything into an occasion, which is laudable.
It's got take 2 written down already. We haven't got room 1 yet.
But they turn up in evening dress and diamonds, you see. Even when we did the Palais des Sports, which is like the equivalent of the Wembley, what's it called, pool. Or
Leeds University.
could be. Anyway, so the Abattoir was so sufficiently disgusting that we thought we could obviate that. But even then we had to make a special section for people dressed in evening dress and diamonds.
It's a bit like the Cow Palace or something in San Francisco, where there's lots of mud and things on the floor.
See, yeah.
Well, when it's dried out, it becomes dust, which, when the house lights are turned up, provides fantastic atmosphere.
Well, this is bound to be cut.
How does he know all this?
I had this speech ready.
Because you've been fairly kind of reticent about doing television filming before,
Except
haven't
for you, of course.
That's true, yeah. I mean, is that the reason that you decided to take the best of 3 days, so that you could pick off the very cream of the performance you put on there?
Well, no, I mean, actually, the guy that did it, we would call affectionately Freddie the Frog, who directed it.
Freddie Heiser.
Olympian French is here.
He's not French, I don't think, actually.
It was no fun editing 3 nights in his front room.
No, he was very good.
His old lady was ill as well.
You have to tell him that.
Okay, sorry,
we managed to, have some say in it, so we could pick out what we thought musically were the best played numbers, and he could say which were the best numbers visually for him, and we had to make some sort of compromise or come together on that.
Were you pleased with the overall result when it was finished?
Yeah, I think it sort of basically holds up. It's quite difficult to make a rock show hold up. When I first saw it, I thought it was horrendous, but I mean, because you know you've done the numbers much better before and all that, and it was very difficult, playing in front of all those lovely French people, or frogs as we affectionately call them.
Mind you, Michael does know a few phrases in French, which does help.
That's right.